Let me ask you a question. How many times have you had to change your plans because of a pain you can't talk about? A nagging, burning discomfort that turns the simple act of sitting into an ordeal and makes you dread the one thing your body is supposed to do naturally. If that sounds painfully familiar, I want you to know you are not alone. And that relief is not only possible, it's within your control. My name is Dr. Sarah Collins. I'm a doctor of medical science, and for over a decade, my work has focused on this very private but very common condition, hemorrhoids. I've seen how it can chip away at a person's quality of life, but I've also seen how knowledge can be the most powerful medicine. The ability to manage this condition often isn't waiting for you at the pharmacy. It's waiting for you in your kitchen. Today, we are going to arm you with the critical information you need to fight back. We will expose the top 5 worst foods that can trigger and worsen your hemorrhoids. Stay with me, because understanding why these foods are your enemy is the first step toward reclaiming your comfort and your life. All right, let's get right into it. Before we count down our top 5 culprits, we need to understand the battlefield, your digestive system. Hemorrhoids are swollen veins in your lower rectum and anus. The number one thing that irritates them is pressure, most often from straining on the toilet. This is where your diet becomes the single most important factor. Our goal is to eat in a way that produces soft, bulky, easy-to-pass stools. The foods we're about to discuss are the ones that do the exact opposite. So, let's begin our countdown. Number 5, spicy foods. Now, this one comes with a small but important asterisk. There isn't strong evidence to suggest that spicy food causes hemorrhoids to form. However, if you already have inflamed, sensitive hemorrhoids, spicy food can be like an accelerant on a fire. Here's why. Spicy foods, particularly those with chili peppers, contain a compound called capsaicin. It's what creates the sensation of heat. Your digestive system doesn't fully break down capsaicin. This means it can exit your body still retaining some of its irritant properties. For someone with raw, swollen hemorrhoidal tissue, this can lead to intense burning, itching, and pain. Furthermore, for some individuals, very spicy food can trigger a bout of diarrhea, which means more frequent wiping and irritation, further aggravating the sensitive area. My advice: if you're in the middle of a flare-up, consider a temporary truce with the hot sauce. Give your body a chance to heal. Once you're feeling better, you can cautiously reintroduce it. But during a painful episode, calm and bland is your best friend. Number 4, excessive red and processed meats. A weekend barbecue, a deli sandwich for lunch, a steak dinner. These are staples for many. But if you're struggling with hemorrhoids, your intake of certain meats could be a major part of the problem. Let's break it down. Red meats like beef, lamb, and pork contain virtually no fiber. Fiber is what adds bulk to your stool and helps it retain water, making it soft. A diet heavy in meat, especially when it pushes plant foods off the plate, is a direct recipe for constipation. These foods also tend to be high in saturated fat, which can slow down gut motility, the speed at which food moves through your digestive system. Processed meats are a double whammy. Hot dogs, bacon, deli meats, and sausages are not only low in fiber and high in fat, but they are also loaded with sodium and preservatives. High sodium intake can contribute to bloating and dehydration, which robs your stool of the water it needs to stay soft. What to do instead? You don't have to eliminate meat, but try reframing your plate. Instead of a giant steak with a small side of vegetables, have a large serving of roasted broccoli and a salad with a smaller piece of lean protein. Opt for chicken, turkey, or fish more often, which are generally easier on your digestive system. Number 3, dairy products. This is a big one, and it surprises many people. Milk, cheese, ice cream, and yogurt can be significant triggers for constipation and, by extension, hemorrhoid flare-ups, especially as we get older. Here's the mechanism. The main issue for many adults is lactose, the sugar found in milk. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less of the enzyme lactase, which is needed to break down lactose. When you can't properly digest it, this can cause a host of digestive problems, including gas, bloating, and for many, constipation. For some, another milk protein called casein can also have a constipating effect. The gas and bloating add extra pressure in your abdomen, while the resulting constipation leads directly to straining on the toilet. Even if you aren't fully lactose intolerant, a diet heavy in high-fat cheese and low-fiber dairy can slow your digestion to a crawl. My clinical observation: I have had countless patients who have found significant relief simply by reducing their dairy intake. Try experimenting with a week of low or no dairy. You might be shocked at the difference. There are wonderful alternatives available today, like almond milk, oat milk, or coconut yogurt. Number 2, refined grains. We now arrive at one of the biggest villains in the modern diet, and a primary cause of constipation: refined grains. When we say refined grains, we're talking about foods made from flour that has had the bran and germ stripped away. This process removes the most nutritious parts of the grain, especially the all-important dietary fiber. What are these foods? White bread, white rice, regular pasta, most breakfast cereals, crackers, bagels, pastries, cakes, and cookies. These foods are everywhere. But because their fiber has been removed, they do very little to help you form healthy stools. They are digested quickly, can spike your blood sugar, and lack the substance needed to create bulk. They can contribute to a sort of traffic jam in your gut, leading to hard, pellet-like stools that require intense straining to pass. Imagine trying to sweep up dust with a single feather versus a full broom. Whole grains are the broom, refined grains are the feather. They just don't have the substance to get the job done. The simple, powerful swap. This is one of the easiest and most effective changes you can make. Swap white bread for 100% whole wheat bread. Swap white rice for brown rice, quinoa, or barley. Swap sugary cereals for oatmeal or a high-fiber bran cereal. This single change can dramatically increase your daily fiber intake and be a game changer for your bowel health. And that brings us to the number 1 worst food category for hemorrhoid sufferers. This category combines the worst aspects of all the others and is a true minefield for anyone seeking relief. Number 1, processed and fast foods. If there is one category of food to declare all-out war on, this is it. Frozen dinners, fast food burgers and fries, chips, packaged cakes, and microwave meals are, from a digestive standpoint, a complete nightmare. Why they are the absolute worst. They are a fiber desert, almost entirely devoid of natural fiber for the sake of shelf life. They are high in unhealthy fats that slow digestion. They are loaded with sodium, which dehydrates your stool. And they are full of refined sugars and flours. But it goes even deeper. These ultra-processed foods also contain an array of additives, emulsifiers, and artificial ingredients that can disrupt the delicate balance of your gut microbiome, the trillions of good bacteria that are essential for healthy digestion. An unhealthy gut is an inflamed gut, and inflammation anywhere in the digestive tract is bad news for hemorrhoids. These foods are engineered to be hyper-palatable, to make you want more, but they offer absolutely nothing that helps your condition. In fact, they actively work against you, creating the perfect storm for a painful hemorrhoid flare-up. The path forward is to embrace whole, single-ingredient foods. An apple, a piece of grilled chicken, a baked sweet potato. Foods that don't need an ingredient list. Cooking simple meals at home gives you complete control. Putting it all together. Your action plan. I realize that list might feel daunting, but I want you to reframe this. This isn't about deprivation. It's about liberation. It's about liberating yourself from pain and dread. Remember the core principle. We need fiber and water. So as you remove the culprits, you must add the heroes. Here are 3 practical first steps. First, focus on water. Before you change anything else, make sure you are drinking enough water. Aim for 8 glasses a day. Fiber without water is like cement mix. You need the liquid to make it work. Second, make one easy swap. The most impactful one is switching your grain. If you eat white bread every day, switch to 100% whole wheat. That's it. Start there. Master that one change. Third, add one good thing. Don't think about taking everything away. Just focus on adding one high-fiber food to each meal. A handful of berries with your breakfast, a side salad with your lunch, a serving of steamed broccoli with your dinner. Small additions create big results over time. One final critical piece of advice: Become a detective of your own body. While these 5 categories are common triggers, everyone is different. Keep a simple food and symptom journal for a few weeks. It can reveal personal triggers you never would have suspected. That invitation you turned down, that day you couldn't play with your grandkids, you deserve to have those moments back. The path to relief starts with these simple, powerful choices you make every single day. You have the knowledge now. You have the power. I truly hope this has been helpful. This isn't a life sentence. It's a manageable condition, and your diet is your most powerful tool. If you found value in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It really helps others find this information. Subscribe for more evidence-based health advice to help you live a fuller, more comfortable life. And please, share this with anyone you know who might be suffering in silence. Sometimes the right information is the kindest thing we can offer. Thank you for watching. Be well.